Hello, Slaters. Hope you all are doing great. Slaters, can you all tell me what we learned in our last session? Very good. We learned that animals use different spatial body features like wings, tails, horns, and beaks. We also understood about different groups of animals based on the food they eat. So, can you tell me the names of categories in which animals are divided based on the food they eat? Correct. The four categories are herbivores, carnivores, omnivores, and scavengers. Children, in today's session, we will read further from the textbook and learn more amazing things about animals. So, Slaters, when we talk about food, can you all tell me which part of the body helps you in chewing your food? Correct. Teeth. Teeth play a very important role in eating our food. Slaters, animals too have teeth to grind, tear, and rip their food. In humans too, teeth are designed for cutting, tearing, and grinding the food. In animals, the type of teeth changes based on the food they eat. If you look at the different animal teeth, they change as per the food they eat and function they perform. So let's learn more about this from the textbook. Slaters, please turn to page number 40. Ready? Place your finger on the text as we read. How do animals eat? Different animals eat different kinds of food. An animal's mouth is suited to the kind of food it eats. Plant-eating animals or herbivores, such as cows and buffaloes, have sharp and broad front teeth to cut grass and leaves. They swallow their food without chewing it. When they rest, they bring this food back into their mouth. Then they chew it with their grinding teeth. This is called chewing the cud. Animals such as squirrels and rabbits nibble fruits and seeds. They have very sharp front teeth. Slaters, let's underline some new words from this part. Underline the word swallow. S-W-A-L-L-O-W. It means to eat food without chewing. Underline the word grinding teeth. G-R-I-N-D-I-N-G. Grinding teeth. T-E-E-T-H. Grinding teeth. Grinding teeth means the teeth at the back of the mouth used to crush and chew food. Slaters, also underline the word cud. C-U-D. Cud. It means the partly digested food which is returned from the stomach to the mouth for further chewing. Underline the word nibble. N-I-B-B-L-E. Nibble. It means to take small bites of food. So, Slaters, you all must have observed cows sitting in a field and continuously chewing something while at rest, isn't it? Cows, buffaloes, camels, and sheep are some examples of animals that chew their cud. These animals have 4-compartment stomach. Each compartment does a different job and has a different size. Generally, getting nutrients from plant is more difficult than getting nutrients from other animals. When these animals eat plant and swallow it, the food reaches its stomach. This is called cud. Because this food or cud is half chewed, the animal later brings back the cud to their mouth and chew the cud completely for better digestion. These herbivores or plant-eating animals usually have sharp and broad front teeth. This helps them in cutting the leaves and grass. The flat and broad teeth are very strong and helps them in grinding the plant food. Children, other fruit-eating animals like squirrels, chipmunks and rabbits have different type of teeth. They have sharp front teeth for biting and tearing the fruits and seeds. Slaters, do you know the front teeth of squirrels never stop growing? Yes, because of this, squirrels need to constantly chew on things which files them down. You all must have observed that some people use a filer to grind and shape the edges of the nails, isn't it? This is called filing or trimming the nails. Similarly, squirrels keep eating hard food so that they can keep their teeth trimmed down or filed down. Wow, that is so amazing technique. Now we know that other groups of animals are carnivores. So let's read more about this from the textbook. Flesh-eating animals or carnivores have sharp, pointed and slightly curved teeth. These help them to tear flesh of other animals after they hunt them. They have strong grinding teeth at the back of their mouth. These help them to chew bones. Frogs and lizards use their long and sticky tongues to catch insects. Then they swallow them. Snakes also swallow their food whole. Earthworms swallow the soil that contains plants and insects. Butterflies suck nectar from flowers. Leeches and mosquitoes suck the blood of other animals. So slaters, carnivores are animals which eat other animals. Now in order to tear up the flesh of other animals, they should have pointed, sharp and slightly curved shaped teeth. In order to chew the bones, these animals use the grinding teeth present at the back of their mouth. Slaters, you all must have observed how lizards catch their prey. Lizards usually eat small insects. These animals do not have teeth. They have long and sticky tongues which they use for catching the prey. Once they catch hold of the prey, they swallow them. Similarly, snakes also swallow their prey whole. Snakes have flexible skull which allows them to swallow even larger prey. Slaters' small worms like earthworms swallow soil. Yes, isn't that strange? You all must have heard that earthworms are called farmer's friend? This is because they increase the fertility of the soil. Swallowing the soil is an important part of doing this. Slaters, earthworms do not have teeth. Along with soil, earthworms also eat the decaying parts of plant and animal matter. So Slaters, in which group will you put an earthworm? Very correct, scavengers, because they eat up the decaying plant and animal matter. Slaters, the earthworms get nutrition from the bacteria and fungi which grow on these decaying materials. Once they swallow this material along with the soil, it can remove out the waste and convert them into forms which can be easily taken up by the plants. This is how they enhance or increase the fertility of the soil. Now let's talk about another very important insect which adds beauty to our planet. The butterflies. Yes, you all must have seen beautiful, colorful and vibrant flying rainbows in the form of butterflies. Butterflies suck nectar from the flowers. Butterflies have a long straw-like body part of their mouth called the proboscis. This part curls up into a spiral when not in use. Just like bees, butterflies play an important role in making more and more flowers. Unlike butterflies which are loved by everyone, there are some animals which are the most repelling as they suck our blood. Can you all guess which insect am I talking about? Correct, mosquitoes and leech. Both of these suck blood, but they do it differently. The mosquitoes suck blood in the same way like the butterfly. They too have a proboscis, a straw-like tube which they pierce through the skin and suck blood. But leeches have a row of teeth which helps in making a cut into the skin. The sucker on their mouth helps it to stick on the skin till the leech sucks the blood. That sounds scary, isn't it? But do you know, Slaters, that leeches are also used as medicine? People who have problems of developing lumps or clots in their blood use leeches sometimes to remove these lumps and improve blood circulation. So Slaters, with this we complete our today's session. We learned about many different ways in which animals eat. Some animals have broad teeth, sharp teeth, pointy and curvy teeth. Other animals swallow their prey directly, while others suck blood or nectar. We also came across new words like swallow, grinding teeth, cud and nibble. Children, I would like you all to learn these new words and their meanings. I will meet you all in the next session. Till then, keep learning. Thank you.